Hedman headers on there.
Headman.
Yeah, he put ceramic coated headers. He put 456 gears, Yukon gears at that, front and rear. He went with some 4130 chromoly axles, front and rear. They cut the perches off the front and rear differential, and they moved the differentials pinion angle 6 degrees.
Right now it's the original engine.
Right now it's original motor. A 360 Mopar. He's got 33s, and he was just talking about ordering some 35s here pretty soon.
He painted it. He also did the bumper. Our Uncle Calvin welded that bumper together.
Uncle Calvin welded the front and rear bumpers on it. Had a headache rack. He has a 9,000 pound Warren winch. He ordered 12-inch wide, 15-inch Aero racing wheels, true bead locks. They had the specialty make them. It took 6 months to get them. Interior redone. He had new floor put in it, a new seat remade for it, new headliner.
Disc brake conversion, I noticed that.
He did do disc brake conversion front and rear. He put a dual battery setup with Optima batteries. He put a brand new Edelbrock carburetor on there, but now he bought a brand new Holley double pumper.
Especially when he was little, because when he was 1 year old, he was walking, and Mom and Dad had bought a long stereo. And we would, teenagers, 16, 17, whatever, Dodo and I, we would dance, and he started dancing 1 year old. He just danced so cute. And he danced and danced and danced. And then one day he had something happen to his brain, and he stopped. He stopped talking. I never did find out what happened to him. And then we had him at the station for many, many years, and he helped. Andy taught him how to wash cars. He pumped gas. He learned how to do a lot of things that Andy taught him how to do.
Yeah, well, being special needs, it took him a little bit more to work with, but he was smart enough to do things.
But I sure never expected to lose him like we did. That was...
What was Jerry's passion?
His truck. He loved his truck. And you know what's funny? The lady that he bought the truck from, she still asked me about 3 months ago.
I was alive, I serviced that same truck.
Really?
The time I had it at the station.
You used to service it?
Yeah, I used to service that truck for Ralph.
So it's just been around the area forever.
Oh, shit.
Oh, yeah.
His wife, I think, is still alive.
She's still alive, I told him. Ever since he was little, he was special. Very special to me. How about that?
This used to be my Uncle Jerry's Dodge. But before he passed away, another uncle took it over and has done a lot of modifications to it.
Here on this week's episode of Project Sullivan, we're going to work on this Dodge Power Wagon.
It's one of them detachable rear view mirrors. It's a remote rear view mirror.
Right.
That only came standard in the Power Wagons. This steering wheel seems so tiny.
I think it's a perfect size. That's like the size of steering wheel I want for my Nova.
Better have a lot of power steering. Both aluminum or something? They're not like... They don't stick to that tray. This is the W100 1976 Dodge Power Wagon. We're going to change a turn signal assembly and remove an aftermarket cruise control someone else installed. For some reason the speedometer says it can go up to 100.
How fast do you think this thing can go?
Oh, I don't know. Probably not 100 though.
Really?
You see, this Dodge goes up to 100 miles an hour.
Uncle Mark is running it to go up to 500 horsepower.
Well, that's for off-road, not for highway.
This thing probably got some get up and go for highway too.
I like how the horn's not connected at all.
You never know, maybe that was for a reason.
Ah!
That happened to Jill Jr. in a NASCAR race. His steering wheel fell off.
Okay, that's a pretty big socket. 3/4, and it's got to be like that long. I only need it 6 inches long. This is for your rocket launchers. Ah, this is the cruise control he's talking about taking off. Nailed it! If anyone's curious what kind of steering wheel this is, I have no clue. That's the official name for it.
This steering wheel. Because Uncle Mark does not like the cruise control.
Well, it's an aftermarket cruise control system, and apparently it doesn't work right. Wow, this is mangled. Look how mangled that is. Go get a zoom in on the threads of how mangled that is. Holy cow. All right, let's see what this puller can do. Nope. It looks as though we might have lucked out. Be prepared with all your sockets on this job.
Is that how this puller's supposed to work?
I'm just glad I found the right bolt for this. All right, you'll see. First, we're gonna put this together. You don't want to tighten these things to Alabama. You just want them a little snug. So now we'll put our center in.
I see, said the blind man.
Put our little pivot point to where it'll spin. Here. Look at that action of it pulling. Took almost nothing to pull this off.
And this is what it looks like.
Nope.
Hang on.
This side of my face.
Why did I expect you to move like that?
Yeah, I know you didn't. I didn't expect you to say that. Let me just get my pointer out. If you guys look from this angle over here, you will see that we obviously have some tree in here that looks like mulberry. I don't even know how that's possible. This is our turn signal assembly. You can obviously tell the plastic's broken there. We're gonna need a Phillips, a flathead, and we'll have Gogo get back to us after we get that. All right. You'll notice here, I disconnected this. I think that's our cruise control. Yeah, it is. Let's see if I can just kind of wiggle it out. Good thing that's not bolted in anywhere. I don't know how this is put on. You want to be sure to lose the screws forever. That is connected to the turn signal switch, so good thing we're taking this out. Apparently that's everything. Now let's see if we could just pop this bad boy off, because he just wants to get rid of this. There we go. Just take care of this appropriately. Oh, apparently wiggling is the secret. Oh, wiggle, 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 yeah. Okay. Now, if you'll notice, the wiring goes in the column underneath here. So, we're gonna have to see if we can push that back down. It's nice when they all come apart in pieces. That's a good sign that you're changing the right thing. There's something else here. I can't quite see how it connects. Looks like it's got a lever here that I gotta. So it says right here, speed adjustment, sensitivity adjustment, top dial, manual transmission. Or I'm gonna get it stuck.
A few moments later.
That only took 2.73 years to time to see if we can get this one to go back.
Guess who's back? Back again.
Can anyone in the comments below let me know if there's an easier way to get the wires out of the steering column? There's a very specific reason I chose these needle nose. I bet you can't guess what it was. Wait a minute, almost forgot a step.
Tell us down in the comments below, what do you guys think of this Dodge Power Wagon?
Feels like these are two different sizes. And they are just a hair. What? Is it the same color code? Just so I can... Okay, so yeah. Alright, I think we're good. And the notch is on the wrong side too. Looks like this thing's a different size than the other one.
One eternity later.
Okay, we're going to use our number 20 here, thread repair kit, to try to go around and save what we can of these threads.
Are any of them savable?
All this is a thread file. You can rent them at any auto parts store. You rented it, right?
Yeah. No. Yes. Maybe.
So, when trying to repair a thread like this, you want to use your adjustable hammer so you can get precision spinning on this. You can just go till it gets tight, back it up. Go till it gets tight, back it up. And then you just keep going back and forth like that till you rebuild your threads, till you rethread it. And once you can do it by hand, back and forth, you know you're good. This one's going to take a little more because I want it to be smoother than that. Now, you don't want to just do these threads because I'm sure the rest of the threads on the nut are gummed up too. So we're going to take the nut and we're going to run the other threader through it just to clean it up.
Sure that's the right threads for that?
It's the same. It's the nut off of there. It better be. Now how I'm doing this is I got two fully adjustable hammers and I'm going back and forth with it, just running it through to rethread the whole thing. Just work it back and forth till it gets nice and smooth. Make sure there's a bird squawking in the background for no reason.
Maybe
Doing
the
bird
has a good reason.
Doing bird things.
You never know. Have you talked to the bird?
No, but I hear bird is the word.
Who told you that? Peter Griffin.
Sure it's nice and cleaned up. Now there was a cup that goes on here. Ah. Okay. Then you drop everything on the ground. We're missing the aluminum block that goes in here. Good thing I brought our adjustable hammer. Just give that a little tap. Give that a little tap, tap, tap-a-roo. Okay, now our plate's got to go back on.
Howdy.
Howdy. No job's complete without Grandpa.
Huh? What's that?
I said no project Sullivan's complete without Grandpa.
You're a bit late.
Oh. Where'd you get that? Did you guys buy one or what? Mark is?
Yeah.
Now the moment of truth. Let's see if this nut will work. Oh. Now the moment of truth. Let's see if it comes back off. Not because I forgot the locking nut, it's because we're testing it. Or the locking washer. But, you know, since I have it off, I'll just go ahead and put this locking washer back on it. Now, the correct torque spec, if my memory is correct, is... Yeah. There we go. I think that's it.
Don't forget about the horn. That doesn't do
Not
anything.
loose. We didn't rewire the horn because it wasn't wired in the first place. But if you were to, those are the connections right there to connect them. And that goes over that. Just got the metal plate first, right? This metal plate. Then this chingadera.
Make sure you have it turned in the right orientation or else we have to come back.
Make sure our wheels are straight.
Which they're not complete at all.
At all. Okay, now that the wheel's straight, we can make sure the steering wheel will be straight.
I want to make you into a quick release.
Now you want to tighten your steering wheel in a star pattern. Make sure your horn still doesn't work. Okay, we're good.
If that worked, you'd have a big issue on your hands.
Have Gogo put everything up.
What?
Put everything up, Gogo. All right, well, let's see if this thing's working. Might as well crank it up, make sure we didn't break nothing. Left turn signal's working. Right turn signal's working. That doesn't work. Oh, that one's working. Nah, that one's not working. Must be a bad bulb.
If you guys have been watching this long, you might as well subscribe.
And remember, don't wait for opportunity, create it.
Hope you enjoyed this week's episode of Project Sullivan.